our company, Kentucky Private Lending, we're based out of Louisville, Kentucky, and we are wrapping up our third year in business. And so, as you can imagine, when we were really getting the company off the ground, a big part of that was figuring out our processes, and draw requests, of course, are a huge process within the overall process for us starting out. Well, really from square one, I was personally driving to the properties and inspecting work when we were just bootstrapping it at the very beginning. And then from there, we transitioned into having an inspector go out to the property. So here locally, when we were just in our primary footprint of Louisville, we were able to do that because we have a great relationship and basically send him to the property to inspect work for us, which that was working for a while. But the challenge was, one, we were scaling the business. So there were more properties, more draws being done, and our footprint was expanding. So eventually we were going to outgrow where he could travel to realistically. And even with the local properties, it just came to a point where by the time the client would submit the draw through our website, the inspector would contact them to get access to the property, get to the property, submit the report back to us, we approve it and send the funds. In reality, that the turn time was just too long with the growth we were experiencing, and logistically, we weren't going to be able to keep up with that method much longer. A local investor here just mentioned to me in conversation that, hey, have you ever heard of Sitewire? You can check them out. He kind of told me a little bit, and I thought, hey, that sounds interesting. Send me some info. I'll check it out when I've got some time. And next thing you know, I connect with Jenny. We have a great conversation. She's filling me in even more, set up a demo, went through a demo. Everything looked fantastic. We even got to meet each other in person at the AAPL conference out in Las Vegas. It was really kind of a process of just getting to know each other, understanding how Sitewire works, how it could fit in with what we're doing. And then ultimately, we went through a test case saying, hey, we'll let you try this out with a client and see, how you like it. And once we did that, it was like a no-brainer at that point. The things that it's done for us, just kind of going through them. One, with our growing footprint, obviously there's no issue there because you guys can cover anywhere and everywhere that we're funding deals. The efficiency is off the charts. What was turning into a 2, 3, 4 day turn time now is shortened to, in many cases, same day funding, and worst case, next day, which is fantastic. I mean, nobody else, to my knowledge, can offer that. We also feel a lot of confidence and comfort in the fact that the draw requests are reviewed by a licensed general contractor. For us as lenders, we're always thinking about risk. And a big part of the risk with this type of lending is something not going according to plan or not getting done properly within the scope of work. So we see it as a second set of eyes and a licensed, trained set of eyes that are also looking at these along with us. So we feel very confident that what we're approving and funding on completed work, that's quality work. That's been just an absolute game changer for us. With our process, it plugged right in and it made it a heck of a lot more efficient and more thorough. And then from the client side, I mean, it's been huge for our clients. They all love it. Like with anything new, there's a little bit of a learning curve. The first time you use it, you're a little anxious, right? Just because you haven't seen it before. But every one of them come back and say, wow, this is incredibly user friendly. They're just blown away by the efficiency and the turn times. It's really become a selling point for us as we continue to grow our business, because within this market, all the lenders are kind of within the same range as far as pricing, but we tend to, in many cases, be at the higher end of the spectrum when it comes to pricing. This has really become something that we talk about with every investor we meet with up front and really highlight within our process, because it helps to overcome an issue somebody may have with, well, I'm getting a point less here or there, but man, working with those guys, they turn their draws quick. It's super easy. There's a ton of visibility. They absolutely love that within the app, if they have multiple projects with us, they can see them all, know how much they've drawn, how much they have remaining. It's all very clear. They can edit it, in reality with these projects, things change. So they love the flexibility that, hey, I didn't need this money over here, but I do need it over here. Can we shift it around? So the flexibility, the efficiency, they all love it. And it's something that, we really highlight with how we do business and mention you guys in virtually every conversation. Having our ace in the hole, so to speak, with Sitewire can be a difference maker and, them wanting to work with us or not.